Because I really want to illustrate this point because it's super important. Like I really want to hammer in just like how important this lesson is. I've been guilty of it myself, so I'm not saying this as just like some theoretical thing. And I see tons of people do it. I think this is probably one of the most common mistakes I see most people make when it comes to them not getting towards their goals. And they're just doing too many different things that just don't matter. Like focus on like the 1 to 2 things, maybe top 3 things that mean the most in the grand scheme of your goals. So I'm gonna give you a personal example. Years ago, I had a business called Affinity. And at one point, we were just like not making money. Like there was some friction between me and the business partner, not like terrible friction, just like he was moving. It made it difficult to kind of like sustain the business. So we were just losing money. And I was kind of in like panic mode. And so what I did is I tried doing like a bunch of side hustles because at the time, you're on the internet. A lot of people say like, oh, you need to have multiple streams of income. You need to have side hustles. Worst advice, by the way. Don't ever do that. There are probably some times where having like multiple streams of income or like side hustles is a good thing. In the grand scheme of things, it's almost horrible advice. And the reason why it's horrible advice, I should probably be recording this way actually. The reason why it's horrible advice is because it distracts you from the main thing that will probably be the best thing for you to do. So in hindsight, instead of me doing like all these side hustles, like at the time I was doing like Postmarks, I was doing like DoorDash, I was doing Instacart. There's another one that I used to do. I forget what it's called, like where you go and shop for people at grocery stores. I was doing a bunch of these like side hustles, hoping that the money I would make would at least be good for me, like to run ads and spend on my business. Really, what I should have been doing is just focusing on the business, focusing on more lead generation, focusing on maybe calling more people, focusing on how to get old clients to become clients again. Does that make sense? So I'm out here doing like a bunch of different things that don't really contribute to my long-term goals. And on the surface, it's easy to think, yeah, these things contribute to my goals. It's kind of like when I see someone just in their own lives. I've seen this a lot with a lot of Americans in general. People who get like 2 or 3 jobs. And my thought process is, and I get it because I've been in that boat. My thought process is instead of getting like 2 or 3 jobs that still make up a mediocre income, like you have one job that makes you $20,000, another job that makes you $30,000, third job that makes you $10,000, but you're stretching yourself thin. So you can't actually get anything like really worthwhile complete because you're working 3 different jobs, burning yourself out. You don't have time to study. You don't have time to go back to school. You don't have time to like start a new career because you can't learn new skills. You're shooting yourself in the foot all for really what amounts to not even that. Like it'd be a good income to combine all 3, but it's not even like that great of an income when you factor in like how much effort you're putting into it. Where if you were to just get rid of the 2 jobs, maybe take a financial loss for a few months, but then for those few months, like really focus, you could probably get a new career that exceeds what all 3 of those jobs combined would earn you. Does that make sense? So people do that a lot in like just every area of life. I see people who are like, oh, I want to get in better shape. Okay, how much time a day do you dedicate to working out? Well, I don't get to work out that much. I'm busy. No, you're not. You're not that busy because everyone's busy. But there's still people who are busier than you that still have a better physique than you or who managed to get in shape. So they're doing something you're not doing. And the thing they're doing that you're not doing is they're just prioritizing working out. You're not prioritizing it. You're doing all other stuff that just doesn't matter. Or I see people who are like, yeah, I have a financial goal. I want to like earn more money. I want to start like a new business. How much time a week have you invested into this business? Oh, I'm too busy. I got my full-time job and I'm tired. Okay, not get untired. Drink coffee, sleep more, do what you got to do, but you got to get it done. Really, and this is what I did, especially for people who say like I'm too busy, drop the amount of hours you work at your job. It's the simplest thing you can do, but I'll lose money. Yeah, you got to sacrifice something to get something else. This is how life works. But this is like the reality of things. Oh, you want to have better relationships? You want to meet more people? You got to go out more. Oh, but I'm uncomfortable. You got to sacrifice being comfortable to get higher quality people around you. Does that make sense? You got to sacrifice being the kind of person who just passively waits for people to invite them out. And you got to be the person that just invites people out. And you'll get disappointed because people will turn you down. They're going to flake on you. But this is everything in life is a trade-off. So I really want to make that point clear because I'm seeing a lot of clients get that exact thing incorrect. They're doing all the easy things that don't really matter. And they're sort of, what's a good way to put it? They're cheating themselves out of what they could have relatively quickly, to be honest, just because they're just not prioritizing it. So don't make that mistake. If you have a goal, prioritize the goal, make it the main thing you do every day. What I usually tell clients is the earliest chance you get, work on that thing. Like one of my goals is to cut my body fat. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I go to the gym. I don't eat. I drink coffee a little bit, but the first thing I do is I go to the gym because it's such a big goal to me. Because if you wait until the afternoon, you're going to be too tired. You're going to talk yourself out of it. It's not going to get done. You're going to make excuses. It's the same thing with every type of goal you have. The more important the goal is to you, the more effort is probably required to get the goal accomplished. But you got to put in that effort. You got to find a way to get it done. And again, just schedule it first. This is why I say get a planner. Because if you have a planner, you can just see like what you've done that day. You can see like, oh, I put on my planner to work out in the morning and I didn't work out. I've put in my planner 5 days a week to work out, and all 5 days I didn't work out. Something's got to change because I'm making a mistake. I put it in my planner and I didn't do it. Why did I not do it? Oh, because I was goofing off on Instagram. Oh, because I was watching too much YouTube. Oh, because I was talking on the phone to too many people who were just kind of eating up too much time. Oh, because I was just being lazy. Like I woke up and I felt tired, and instead of me just saying screw it and just doing what I was supposed to do despite being tired, I didn't do it. I slept in a little bit too late. There's always a reason why, but you got to audit your time better and figure out what that reason is. So I know this is a bit long, but just wanted to share this with you because I thought this would be something insightful to get you started in this new month. This is month 2 out of 12. It doesn't seem like it, but time's going quickly. And before you know it, it's going to be like the end of the year again. And most people, really what they do is a whole year goes by and no progress is made. And then they complain and they whine. They're like, oh, things are too difficult. Life's not really changing for me. It's because you're not really making change happen. You're not being a catalyst in your own life. You got to put in a little bit more effort. You got to stop making excuses. You got to stop saying to yourself like, oh, well, X reason, I can't do this because of this reason. It's like, no, this isn't true because other people have it way harder than you and they managed to get it done. So what's your excuse? So just saying. But let me know what you think about it. By the way, if you've watched the end of the video, let me know what your like goal is, what you're working on. I'm still stunned that like there's people in this channel that have not told me what their goals are. And I'm not saying you have to tell me what your goals are. But my personal belief is that if you're in this goal where the whole purpose is to get a better lifestyle by achieving more and getting things done, it would help to share your goals so that way we in the group can help you achieve that goal. I imagine you want to make progress in life. That's just, I don't know. That'd be my thought if I had to guess. But yeah, let me know what your goals are so that way if you're on the right path, we can help you stay on the right path and get what you want faster. And if you're not on the right path, we can get you on the right path. Does that make sense? All right, I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.